Okay, good evening, guys. Sorry, I was late because I was I switched on my computer. Unfortunately, the Windows update came and it was updating. So, yeah, actually, I got a call from CloudBig. Actually, there was a issue, it seems. So because of that, yesterday also they have not scheduled the class. So what they told me is, I think you will get one more class tomorrow as well. So yesterday you guys missed one class, right? So that will be scheduled tomorrow, it seems. Okay. Okay. So in the last class, I was talking about the arrays. So when it comes to arrays, like what is the major drawback is, we can store only similar type of data types. So for example, we can store only integer because arrays are homogeneous data type, right? So that is one limitation, and another limitation is the size, right? So arrays are basically fixed in size, and also what will happen uh, if you want to insert, for example, you declared size 4, okay? So now if you want to insert one more fifth element, then obviously array out of bound exception will come. So all these drawbacks basically will be overcome by the collection framework. So collection framework in Java is a framework that provide architecture to store and manipulate the group of objects. So basically it's kind of a ready-made architecture. It is coming from the Java util package, and easily you are able to store the elements, and also you are able to manipulate, which means you can sort the elements, or you can delete the elements. Okay, so we can do whatever we want in the collection framework. So collections can be achieved all operations that you perform on data, such as searching, sorting, insertion, manipulation, deletion. Yeah, obviously you can perform all the CRUD operations, like okay. And also it provides ready-made architecture. So this is about the collection framework. So in collection framework, no, there are so many things are there, but majorly the most of the questions will be asked on the array list, linked list, and the hash map. So we will be concentrating on that. Okay. So Java array list class uses a dynamic array for storing the elements. So it uses basically dynamic array. I will tell you how the things will work in case of array list. Okay, so here, okay, it uses kind of array like this. Okay, it will be stored like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it actually it will take the elements in the insertion order. For example, if you insert first, okay, 1, that will goes to 0th position. If you insert 2, it will go to the second position, third position, fourth position, like that it will take. But what is the major drawback in the array list is, for example, if you delete any element, for example, now this is in the 0th position, this is in the first, this is in the second, this is in the third, this is in the fourth. Okay, so now 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is there. For example, now if you delete the third element, I mean, yeah, number 3, what will happen? like 0 1, this 3 is there, right? It will be pushed to 2, 4 will be pushed to 5, like that. Okay, so for example, if you delete 2, now 0th position 1 is there, right? 3 is there in the second position, right? It will be pushed to first position. This is also pushed to second position. This will be pushed to third position. So shifting of elements will takes place here. Okay, that is a major drawback in the array list. Okay, so okay, the array list can contain duplicate elements. Okay, so you can have duplicate elements, and array list maintains insertion order, which means whatever the if you insert something, then what will happen? It will follow the insertion order. It will go to the 0th position, first position, second position, third position, like that. Okay. Next is array list is non-synchronized. I already spoke about this now. What is non-synchronized and synchronized? Synchronized is thread safe. Non-synchronized is non-thread safe, which mean so multiple operation can be performed. Okay, uh, and Java array list allows random access because array works at the index space. Because as told now, it stored in the basis of index 0 1 2 3 4, like that. Yeah, and in array list the manipulation is slow because of lot of shifting needs to occur if any element is removed from the array list. As I explained now, if you delete any one element, what will happen? The shifting usually takes place. Okay, because of that, so array list basically slower in nature. Okay, so these are all some of the properties of array list. Okay, so we'll see one example. Okay, array list AR is equal to new array list. Okay, so like that we can take one array list. Okay, see in array list we have generic and non-generic, right? So this is I took generic, so here I can store only integers. So now if you want to add elements, ar dot add. Okay, you can add elements like this. Okay, so like this you can add. If you want, I can print it. Okay, see 10 20. See, it can have duplicate elements, no issues. For example, I can store 20 again. Okay, okay, see, I can have 20 20 twice. Okay, it can have duplicate elements, and it follows the insertion order. So whatever you sent, it going to 0 position, first position, second position, like that. Okay. So now similarly, you have lot of like methods are there: dot, remove, okay, index, remove all, like that. You have so much of methods are there. Okay, when you have free time you can explore on it. But here one of the major thing you can learn is, you can add two array list as well. Okay, so for example, I can create one more array list like this. Here one dot add. Okay, see, I have took one array list and another array list. Okay, so I can add two array list. Okay, ar dot add all is there. Add all, add all of ar1. So here 10, 20, 30, 40, sorry, 50, 60, like that. So what I did is have added two array lists together. Okay, so similarly, you can have so many operations, remove, like that is there. Or if you want to find the index, there are so much of methods. You can give ar dot, you'll find all the methods. Okay, so you can explore on that. Okay, so this is about the array list. Okay, but majorly, these points you have to remember. Array list can have duplicate elements, it follows insertion order, it is non-synchronized. Okay, and manipulation is slow because of shifting of elements. Okay, these are all important points we have to remember in array list. Okay, next is linked list. Okay, so linked list, it will have, doubly linked list, it store the elements. Okay, so I will tell you. So everything is same. Okay, array list and linked list, the properties are same, but only one thing, very good feature of linked list is, basically, here the shifting of elements won't takes place. Okay, so I will explain how it will work. Okay, see, this linked list is there, right? It have some head like this. Okay, and it will be like this. Okay, it will be like this, something. Okay, so there will be head here, head. Okay, 10. Next, 20. Next, 30. Next, like this. Okay, see, elements will be stored. Okay, but the only thing here is, for example, if you delete, number 20. Okay, for example, if you delete this, then what will happen? It will just remove this and it will join this and this together like this. Okay, so here what will happen? The shifting won't takes place. Okay, shifting won't takes place. If you delete something, then what will happen? It will link this and other element like this. Okay, instead of shifting, you can remove, and this will just link together. Okay, that's why it is linked list. Okay, linking right after delete. Okay, so this is basically linked list. Okay, okay, but here, apart from array list, here what extra method you can use is add first and add last is there. Two methods are there. Okay, you can add in the first if you want, like this. You can, it will join like this. Add first and add last. Okay, so all methods are same. Two methods will be added. Okay, add first and add last, like that. Okay, so here instead of that array list, yeah, let me remove this. Yeah, or else I can. Linked list, linked list, and also linked list. Okay, I will just comment it for now. Okay, so when I store this element, when I run this, okay, so it can have duplicate elements as well. Okay, so now what I will do is, yeah, okay, I will. Okay, so yeah, okay, after this, here I will take better ar dot add first. Yeah, see here, add first you can do. Add first, I can put 40. Ar dot add last. Okay, so here add first 40, 50. Okay, these two methods are extra than array list. Okay, so now what are the important points we learned here? Okay, so Java linked list class can have duplicate elements. So as I told you, it can have duplicate elements. So this is also follows insertion order. So whoever you give first, okay, it will add in the first. Okay, but two methods, add first and add last is there. Now linked list can be non-synchronized because so much like many threads can be implement on the linked list. So in linked list, manipulation is fast. Why? Because there is no shifting of elements will occur, right? So because of that, okay, no the array list manipulation is faster. Okay, so these are all some of the key points in the linked list. See, it will be stored like that to be linked list. Okay, if you delete something, it will join like that, and there is no shifting of elements will be takes place. Okay, okay, so next we have something called as map. So map, as you know, it can have a key value pair. Okay, there will be keys and there will be pair like this. Okay, key pair. Okay, so we'll see what will be there in map. See, it can have keys and values, right? So I can put integer, comma, string. New hash map. Integer, comma, string. Okay, so it can have key value pairs. Okay, so here hs dot. Okay, so here I think add won't work. I think we have to put put, we have to put. Okay, put key I can put 1, and value I can put some value 20, like this. Okay, hs dot put I can have 2, I can have 30 here. Okay, when I run this, okay, so it is printing 120 key. Okay, key value, like that it is printing. So now here what are the important points we have to remember is, let's see. Okay, now hash map can have, okay, so now 120 I given, right? So now what I will do is I will put again 1 140. Okay, 140 I will put. Now when I run this program, see here, see previously 120 is there, right? See, it is not giving you that. Okay, so it is giving 140. So which means basically what is happening is the previous, like firstly stored like 120 is there, right? It is replaced by 140. Okay, which mean it can have only unique keys. Okay, so it will only show the newly updated key. Okay, so this is the one point you have to remember. But you can have like values is there, right? 2020 I think you can store multiple times, that is not issue. Okay, and one more thing I will show you. hs dot put, it will allow I think one null key value. Okay, see null, I will put 50 here, like this. Okay, now when I run this program, see here, null 50 is coming. Okay, only once it will allow. Okay, but when I put once more, I will put 60 here and I run this program. See, only once it will allow the null. Okay. Okay. Now, what about null values? Okay. So here I will have null. Okay. So here I will put null. See here, you can have multiple null values. Okay. But you can have only one null key. Okay. So these are all the some of the important points. Okay, we have to remember in the hash map. Okay, so yeah, this is about the hash map. Okay, okay, okay. So yeah, that's about the collections. Still a lot of there is there, but uh, if you have free time, you can explore on that. But major questions will be on array list, linked list, and hash map. So because of that, I covered this. So in upcoming classes, if you feel like if you want some more information on any other, okay, any other collection framework, so you can tell me. I'm able to teach that as well. Okay, so major questions will be on but like we have like so many others is there, right? Hash set is there. Similarly, so many things are there. Okay, if you feel like okay, you want that, you can tell me that. I'm able to teach that one as well. Okay, so next is yeah, multi-threading concepts is there. Okay, so in multi-threading, okay, let's discuss about what is multitasking. Okay, see in real life, what is happening is, for example, we are the good multitaskers, right? So for example, if you want to cook breakfast, or what we will do is, we'll be listening to the songs and we are able to do multiple things, right? So while listening to the songs, okay, you are able to cut the vegetables and you are able to cook the breakfast, right? So two things are doing, right? Multiple tasks you are doing, right? Similarly, when it comes to this programming, multitasking is a process of executing multiple tasks simultaneously. Okay, so multiple tasks you are executing. We use multitasking to utilize CPU. Multitasking can be achieved in two ways. Okay, see, multitasking can be achieved in two ways. One is process based multitasking and another is thread based multitasking. Okay, so one example for process based multitasking is your RAM. Okay, RAM is basically process based multitasking, I can tell. See, for example, what is happening is, if you are using 2 GB RAM, okay, what will happen when you open the media player? It will consume some memory. When you open the notepad, it will consume some memory. Okay, so like that, what is happening is, whatever the applications if you open, for that the particular memory will be allocated, right? So there also what is happening, the multitasking is happening, but that is basically heavyweight process, and the cost of communication is high there. And also, switching from one process to another requires some time for saving and loading the registers, memory maps, updating the list, etc. See, what is happening is, as I told you, when you open multiple windows in the RAM, it will utilize some memory, right? If you close, what will happen? It will destroy that memory, then it will reallocate to the new process, right? So like that, it will be keep on process, it will be happening. Okay, in case of process based. Okay, but when it comes to thread based, so threads share the same address space. Threads are lightweight, and cost of communication is low between the threads. See, when it comes to threads, right? So one of the example I can tell is, for example, if you are using this YouTube, right? See, in YouTube, what is happening is, when you open the YouTube, there are two things are happening there. One is buffering, and another is streaming, right? What is buffering? Buffering is basically, it's kind of white color or a gray color. It will buffer, right? I can call it as a buffering. And another is streaming, right? So which is displaying you the video, right? So I can call the two threads are acting there, right? That is one example I can tell. And another example, if you want, when you type something on the Wattpad, there also two things are happening. So one is, it is checking for the grammar, that is one thing. And another thing is, it is checking for the spelling as well, right? And it is allowing you to type the words in the notepad, right? So I can call it as a multi-threads there, right? So one is, it is the checking the grammar, and another is checking the you know checking the spelling, and another is allow you to type the words in, right? So can I call it, multiple times threads are working, right? So that is basically thread based. Okay, so what is multi-threading? Okay, the process of executing multiple threads simultaneously, right? So when you executing multiple threads simultaneously, we'll call it as a multi-threading here. Okay, so threads are basically lightweight sub-process and smallest unit in processing. So multi-processing and multi-threading both are achieved the multitasking. So in multi-threading, we use multi-processing and multi-threading. Okay, so now advantages of multi-threading is, it doesn't block the user threads. Okay, see, what is happening is, when one thread is under process, right, it won't disturb the another thread. Okay, that is one thing. And the second thing is, you can perform many operations together. Okay, you can have multiple operations together. And last thing, sir, threads are independent. Okay, it does not affect, yeah, another thread. Okay, so These are some of the important points you can remember. Okay, yeah, what is threads means? We have the definition, the process of executing multiple threads simultaneously. What is thread means? Threads is basically lightweight sub process. Okay, this is basically thread. See, we have the process. Inside the process, there is a thread. Okay, so that's why threads are sub process. See, if it is this is one process. Inside that, we have multiple threads. Okay, see, for example, this is the operating system. In the operating system, this is Microsoft Word, this is YouTube, and this is another application. For example, if you take this is the Word, in the Word you can have multiple threads, right? To check the spelling or to check the grammar, one to allow you to type, right? So there is a process that there will be threads are kind of a sub process. Okay, so this is basically threads. Okay, so in threads, okay, there is the two ways you can create a thread. Okay, one I will show you. Extends thread. Okay, guys, there is two ways to create a thread. One is by extending the thread like this. Okay, here you can have public void run. Okay, one we have run here. Here we have thread. If you want to run the thread, then simply create the object. Like this. You can have a dot run like this. Okay, like this you can have when I run this program. Okay, at run. Okay, so now this is the one way you can create the thread. Okay, that is we have extending the thread like this. Okay, and next you have another way you can create a thread, that is implementing the runnable interface. So that is like implements runnable like this. Okay, so at run is printing. Okay, see, one is extending the thread class and another is implementing the runnable interface. Okay, so now the question for you is, okay, I told you, right? There are two ways you can create a thread. One is by extending the thread class and another is using the runnable interface, right? Okay, the interviewer asked you what are the ways you can create a thread, like they asked you told like, okay, by extending the thread and another is using the runnable interface. Now the interviewer, the next question they will ask you is, when you have one class, okay, one method, why you have why there is two ways, how it is different? So what will be the answer you can tell for that? Anybody? Anybody knows the answer for it? Okay, there are two ways you can create a thread, right? One is by extending the class and another is the implementing the runnable interface, right? Like, why, if there is the one way, why there is another way?
If we need that class to already inherit some other class, then it probably can't use then probably the only option for us to multi-thread that one class is by implementing an interface. So in that case, we'd use runnable.
Okay, that is the one reason you can tell. Another reason is you can simply tell, see how class and interface are different. If you use the this one interface, what is the major functionality you can achieve? You can achieve is what? You can achieve the multiple inheritance concept, right? So for that we have, okay, one is class and another is interface. Okay, you can put runnable comma another interface like that. Okay, because of that we have the two ways. Okay, this question will be asked in so many interviews. Okay, you can tell to achieve the multiple inheritance. Okay, that is one reason you can easily tell. Okay, so in threads also you have okay, you can have thread here, extends thread. Okay, so there is one function that is called as sleep. Okay, sleep method is there. I will explain you about the sleep method. Okay, so here I will have one public void run here. Okay, here we have the run. Let me have one main method. A is equal to new of a dot run. Okay, when I run this program, okay, at run printing. Yeah, now I want to explain you about the sleep method, right? So for that I can give an example. Okay, let me have one for loop here. For int I is equal to 0. Okay, I is less than or equal to 5. Okay, I plus plus. Next is I can have thread dot sleep. Okay, see, when you have a thread dot sleep, okay, this is like it will ask for try catch block. Try catch block like this. Okay, so yeah, I want to print something, right? That I think, okay, when I run this program, see, what I did is, I took one for loop. Okay, so here I think this is 3 seconds, I guess. Okay, so here it is asked in the milliseconds. Okay, so that's why I set 3 milli, like thread dot sleep, like that I have given here. See, what is happening is it will print 0 in 3 seconds. So after that, every 3 seconds it will print 1. After 3 seconds it will print 2. After 3 it will print 4, 5, like that. Okay, see, thread dot sleep. Okay, when I run this, see here, 0 is coming. After that 1. After that 2. See, every 3 seconds it is printing. 3, 4, 5, like that. Okay, so this is kind of a sleep method. Okay, so this is one thing. Okay, And also you can have what you can do is you can set the name for a thread. Okay, so I will tell you how to set a name for a thread. Okay, let me remove this. Thread dot current thread dot set name, like this. Yeah, or else I will tell you, I will show you something. Yeah, here, what is the default name? Okay, we'll see what is the default name of a thread dot current thread dot get name. We'll see what will be the default name for a thread. Okay, see, it is telling the default thread is there, right? That is the main thread here. So it is telling main is also thread. Okay, so this is the name of the thread currently in the program. Now you can also, change the name. Okay, so if you want, you can change the thread name. So how can I change? Thread dot current thread dot set name. Okay, set name. I want to my thread. Okay, I want to change the main thread to my thread. I can do that. See, my thread is coming like that. You can set and you can get the name. Okay, so this is one thing. Okay, so not that many questions will be asked in the interviews. Yeah, if you want, I can give you more information. There is something called as daemon thread. So this daemon thread is there, right? The daemon thread, it's kind of a, kind of a leader. Okay, so what it will do is, it will call the other threads. Okay, it will simply call the other threads will come and it will perform all the operations. So once the operation is finished, okay, so then it will clean up the memory, something like that. Okay, so let me execute the program here. Okay guys, see, what I'm doing is have one method here. Okay, run method. See, I want to call the daemon thread, right? So for that, what I'm doing is thread dot current thread is daemon. Okay, if the thread is daemon, then what is it is doing? It is printing yes, it is a daemon thread, like that. Okay, so now if you want to call the daemon thread, what you have to do? Simply t1 dot set daemon is equal to true, like that you have to do. Okay, if you want to call a daemon thread, t1 dot set daemon is equal to true, like that. Okay, see, for first thread it is not daemon. Okay, I think this is creating confusion, right? What I will do is will remove, yeah, t1 dot start. Okay, let me remove that. Okay, so here basically we have two threads. and t1 dot set daemon to true. So this is actually to call a daemon thread, I can tell. So I think it is calling t1 and t2. Okay, so for t1 it is daemon thread, right? So t1 dot set daemon true. Okay, so that's why it is printing it is a daemon thread. So t2 is not daemon thread, right? T2 dot set daemon is not given, right? So that's why it is not showing you as a daemon thread. Okay, so yeah, this is about the daemon thread. Okay, so daemon threads, like in threads also there are two types, one is daemon, another is non-daemon. So daemon thread is kind of a leader. It will call all the other threads. So once the threads will come and it will perform the operations, then it will clean up the memory, something like that. Okay, so this is about the daemon thread. If you want to call it daemon thread, then you call it t1 dot set daemon, something like that. Okay. Okay, so in threads, what are the major questions you can expect is, so what are the ways you can create a thread, and can you start a thread twice? Okay, so that, yeah, that one question they will ask. For example, okay, okay, now I have run here t1. Okay, so now when I run this program, okay, see at run is coming. The question is, can you start a thread twice? Okay, which means t1 dot start is there, again t1 dot start. When you run this program, see, it is printing. So first you can start. Okay, for that it is giving run, but when I give t1 dot start, okay, it is throwing the exception. Okay, so if somebody asks you, can you start thread twice? No. Okay, this is the some of the important questions you can expect in threads. Okay, so yeah, so and almost I have uh, covered the concepts. Okay, so guys, just be online. I will have some water and I will just come back. Okay, be online guys, 1 minute, I will come back. Okay, Sorry. Okay, so I yesterday I spoke about strings, string buffer, string builder, arrays. We spoke. I mean, and also today we worked on multi-threading, and also we worked on collection framework. I think I'm pretty much done with the core Java part. Guys, apart from that, do you want to cover any major concept in core Java? Do you guys want? I think we can work on garbage collector as well. That is not a big concept actually, that I can cover in 15-20 minutes. So, do you guys want any extra information, guys, in core Java? Because I want to start advanced Java from tomorrow. Do you want any extra information?
I think I'm good. I think this,
This is enough, right?
like,
Because you guys are already
Yeah,
know. Yeah, you guys are already know about the technology, so
yeah,
so that's why
yeah.
I used to teach, like, this is like for them, the people like previous batch and all, they have like zero knowledge about the programming language. So because of that, it took 9 classes to teach them the threads. Okay, so I used to go slow. So that's okay. I think we can work a little bit on garbage collector, and I think from tomorrow only we'll start. Servlets. I can start, and also I can start. Uh, guys, do you want the JDBC really?
yeah, sure. JDBC also would be fine, but you'd be teaching us ORMs as well, right?
Huh. See, what I will suggest is JDBC is there, right? So that is also kind of what I used to do is I used to teach full session. Okay, so what I suggest to you is the JDBC is there, right? It's actually outdated one, to be honest, right? So what I will do is
Yeah.
I will just show you how the connection will be made, and I will run and I will show you the programs. Okay, so we don't want to spend a lot of time on the JDBC part. Okay, that is easy only.
All
Okay.
right.
Will
Yeah,
we
that.
be covering Hibernate and JPA as well?
Yes, 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 I can cover. Okay, so we'll be working on
Yeah.
all the advanced concept. So JDBC is outdated
Mm-hmm.
now. No one is majorly, but when it comes to once you learn about the core Java, so you have to know how Java programs are interacting with the database. These things, right? So simply, it's a kind of introduction. So I have the programs. Okay, it's simple. There will be Java program and there is a MySQL query in the JDBC. Okay, same query only. Select star from table name. If you put that, if you run the script,
Okay.
it will give us the result. That's okay. I will show you how the JDBC will work, and we can work on that. But instead of wasting a lot of time because it's already outdated, spending full session on it, it's waste of time, right? So I will
Okay.
run those programs and we will be work. Okay. So what I will do is we will be working on next we'll be working on servlets. We'll be working on JSP. I mean, JSP is not that much big topic. JSP, little bit we'll be working on JDBC. So after that, we'll be working on Spring MVC, then Spring Boot. We'll do some mini projects. We'll be working on security also. Will work. If you want, we will be working on Hibernate. We can work. Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that sounds good.
we'll go like that. Okay. So
All right.
and also we can work on some Java programs as well. So daily one program we will execute. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So today I will show you how to write a program to find missing element of an array. Okay. So for example, I have an array here. Okay. So I have 55, 56. Okay. 58, 59, 60. Okay. See, guys, I have an array. See, many of the times interviewer they will ask you like, how can you find a missing element in this array? Okay, see, 55 is there, 56 is there, 57 is not there, 58, 59, 60 is there, right? So 57, as you know, 57 is already missing in this array. Anybody can, by saying this, you can tell. But you have to write a program to find missing element. Okay, so that is the program. Okay, guys, there are so many ways are there. Okay, so many ways are there. But okay, so if somebody asked me to write a program. Okay, so then what I will do is I will take one int count is equal to 0 like this. Okay, now what I will do is first I will add all the elements. Okay, now to add all the elements, I want one for loop for int val. I can use enhanced for loop. Okay, int val a like this to iterate the arrays. Okay, so I can simply put count is equal to count plus val. Okay, here I will have count here. When I run this program, okay, it is printing 288. Okay, so this is the count I got. Now what I will do is I will take one more for loop, that is for int I is equal to 55. Okay, it started from 55, right? 55, I is less than or equal to 60. Okay, I plus plus. Okay, so we got 288 here, the count. Now the array is started from 55 and it ends at 60. Okay, so now what I will do is I want to add all the elements, right? So for that I will take one more count 1. Okay, like this. Now what I will do, same logic, count 1 is equal to like this, count 1. Okay, now not val here, I. Okay, now this actually gives the addition of this. Okay, now if I do count 1 minus count, if I do count 1 minus count, I think I can get the missing element. Okay, so here I will type missing element. Okay, count 1 minus count. I think I need to put this in bracket. Yes. Okay, when I run this program, see, missing element is 57. Okay, like that you can find so many, in internet. There are so many ways. Okay, this is one of the LKG way you can find. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. So here we knew that the lowest element in the array is 55 and the highest is 60. So um, if you don't, like say if you don't know the elements in the array, or if you don't get them in the sorted order like this, then is there a more optimum method to solve it?
So Okay, you were asking me. Okay, so here, no, the arrays are not sorted. There will be random elements, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and also if you don't know the elements in the array, like say they ask you to do this for any array. So over here you've specifically written on line 14 that I equals 55, I less than 60, I less than equals 60. So if you're just given any array and you have to do it without like hard coding I is equal to hard coding the second loop, starting and ending values, then is there some more optimal way to solve this?
There is a way. I will tell you in the next class. Okay. There is a way because I will show you.
Okay.
Okay? I will for that I will I will tell you in the next class. Okay. So I think
Okay. All
if
right.
tomorrow class is there, I will tell you. I will show you the logic for that. Okay. There is so
Thank
many.
you.
You can sort elements. There are so many ways you can use bubble sort.
Okay, fine.
Linear sort is there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. If I find any good example, I will show you guys. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
We'll work. Don't worry. Okay. But this I will just paste here. Okay. So we'll work a lot of programs as well. Okay. So to check number is prime or not, factorial of a number, Fibonacci of a number. To check number is perfect or not, and also we can work on star pattern. We want to print the stars in the triangle form. Okay, so we'll work. Don't worry. On every class, one program will be work. Okay, so yeah. Okay, we'll see. They told they will schedule one more class tomorrow. Okay, so if possible, then we will start with the servlets and these things. Okay, advanced Java will start. Okay. Okay, guys. So see you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, guys. Okay. See you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a nice day, guys. Yeah. Bye. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah.